Shalom, 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 Yasharala. Peace, Israel. Before we get started, we want to make sure all this stuff is good. Sound is good, Okay, done. So it seems like we're good for the mic. All right. So shalom, 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 Yasharala. Peace, Israel. Kohalayam la abanawa, alahayanawa, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Warachaha Kodash, Shabbat Shemayim. Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Warachaha Kodash, Shabbat Shemayim. All right. So what I said in the ancient Hebrew tongue, right? Kohalayim la, right? All praises to Abba Nawa, our Father, Alahayanawa, our God, Yahweh. All right, which the world ignorantly calls God, which his name in the Hebrew is Yahweh, which means he is, he exists, he to be. All right. Bahashim in the name, Yahweh Shai, which the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, which his name in the Hebrew is Yahweh Shai, which means he saves, he delivers. He is the deliverer of the nation of Yasharala in general. All right. Bahashim in the name, Warachaha Kodash, Shabbat Shemayim. All right. Shabbat Shemayim, which are in heaven. All right. Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai. Bless you, Yahweh. Bless you, Yahweh Shai. All right. Bahashim in the name, Warachaha Kodash, and the Holy Spirit, Shabbat Shemayim, which are in heaven. All right. I'd like to also give double honors to the elders and apostles, the great millstone that rule well and teach well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered abroad. For you, sincere Akim Wa'akwa, that shall tune in or tune in afterwards. Abarakazat, the lesson is edifying and exhorting unto you. All right. This lesson is coming to you through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, and hopes to edify the flock. Abarakazat. All right. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right. You see there in the title, World War III is biblical prophecy. All right. I didn't have an article to bring out until the brother brought that article out. I was going to bring that out, but it is what it is. All right. We're just going to double tap on biblical prophecy of World War III. And it is inevitable. It is soon to come to pass. All right. For you unbelievers that do not believe, hey, you're going to find out in that day that we was not lying. Because the words of Yahweh Bashmi Shai are what? They're faithful and true. Right? He is not a man that he shall lie. So that's why we out there on the highways and hedges bringing out these lessons. All right. It behooves you so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Indians to take heed. All right. And turn from your transgressions and repent. All right. And serve Yahweh Bashmi Shai. Truth and sincerity, all right? Because the day is coming where Yahweh Bashmi Shai is going to let loose. And if you ain't got Yahweh Bashmi Shai supping with you, all right, you ain't got that hedge of protection, it's a wrap for you, all right? You're going to be through, all right? You're going to be utterly destroyed, all right? So let's get into it, all right? I want to open up with the book of Revelation, chapter 8, verse 13. I'm going to say my share screen as well, so I'm going to get the blue letter open too. Bear with me. Let's get the book of Revelation, 8:13. All right. And it reads, "And I held and heard an angel flying through the midst of heaven, saying with a loud voice, Woe, woe, woe." Right? Woe goes into destruction. All right. To the inhabitants of the earth by reason of the voices of the trumpet of the three angels which are yet to sound. All right, so 3 world wars. All right, 3 woes to soon to come to pass. All right, let's see. Let's get the book of Revelation, chapter 9 and verse 12. All right, and it reads, "One woe is past. All right, and behold, there come 2 woes more hereafter." All right, this was prophesied to happen. Right? Did not World War I happen? Yes, it did. And it says there's 2 more woes here, 2 woes more hereafter, right? Meaning what? 2 more world wars to come to pass, right? So let's keep moving. Let's get the book of Revelation, chapter 11, verse 14. All right, it reads, "The second woe is past," right? And meaning what? World War II, right? Did it not pass? Right, 1945, if I'm not mistaken, around there. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. All right. So this is predestined to happen. All right. This is biblical prophecy. World War III is inevitable. Ain't no stopping it, man. All right. Ain't no stopping World War III because it is literally soon to come to pass. And these are the words of Yahweh Bashmi Shai. That's why when we are out there on the highways and hedges and people get mad when we're talking about the destruction of America, Babylon the Great, aka America, right? They get all butthurt and shit, but at the end of the day, it's true. This wicked ass fucking, rulership is coming to an end. And they mad because they don't want to fucking stop their fucking wicked ass fucking American dream. All right. But at the end of the day, those people, 2/3 of our nation, they lost, man. They're confused and they're suffering. They're not in their right mind because they don't want this wicked ass rulership to go down. All right. They don't want to leave captivity, even though they don't believe themselves to be, slaves here. We are, all of us Hebrew Israelites, so-called Black, Latino, Native Indian, man. We are slaves here in America, man. All right. To this very day. All right. Like the scripture says, we are yet this day in our captivity, man. All right. We are. We still to this day in captivity here in America, Babylon the Great. All right. So let's move over into the book of Revelation. Chapter 18 and verse 7 through 8. All right. Pertaining to America, right? Babylon the Great, aka America, the great whore. All right. How much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously. So much torment and sorrow give her. All right. She saith in her heart, I sit a queen and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. All right. It's a very high-minded, prideful, way of thinking, right? And that's the vibration that Esau Edom pushes out, right? The vibration of wickedness, but also the vibration of being high-minded, very proud. What is it called? Home of the free, the land, the brave, the proud, and all the fucking, LGBTQ, all these motherfuckers, man. Look, this place is literally going to be utterly destroyed. All right. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Lord Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, power, who judgeth her. All right. So literally, in the latter days, right, perilous times shall come, pertaining to the book of 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1, right? This is all soon to come to pass. And if you read the book of Matthew chapter 24, verses 6 through 8, it tells you that there's the beginning of sorrows, right? Which is what? The rumors of war, or the wars and rumors of wars, right? The beginnings of the famine, right? The pestilences, right? And the earthquakes in diverse places, all right? So literally, this is all soon to come to pass for Babylon the Great, aka America, all right? Soon to come to pass, because we're in the beginning stages of that. Are we not seeing, inflation rising right now for the food prices? Are we not seeing shortages of food right now here in America, all right? Are we not seeing, pestilences increase here in America? Are we not seeing these so-called natural disasters here in America, flourishing throughout the place? Yes, and it's getting worse and worse and worse. It's waxing worse, all right? And it's only going to get exceedingly worse in the near future, man, all right? Because this is only the beginning, all right? This is just the beginning stages of all this, all right? We're reading it again. It says, therefore her plagues come in one day, death, mourning, famine, and she shall be utterly burned. Burned by what, though? Burned by the thermonuclear fire, man. From all these other nations that bendeth the bow, right, that have nuclear capability, man, they're gonna spare no missile, man. They're not gonna spare no arrow. And guess what? This place is gonna be utterly burned right here. Look, utterly burned with fire, man. All right. For strong is the Lord Yahweh Bashmi Shai, power who judgeth her. Simple. All right. Let's get the book of Amos, chapter 9, verse 8. Right. Reading it says, behold, the eyes of the Lord Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai power are upon the sinful kingdom. All right. And the sinful kingdom that it's talking about is here in America, Babylon the Great, aka America, but also pertains to 2/3 of our nation. All right. Because why? We have been given the law, statutes, and commandments to follow. We are the only, people that can sin. All right. Salakia. So at the end of the day, Babylon the Great, aka America, and 2/3 of our nation. All right, because Esau Edom pushes that wicked ass vibration of you can come as you are, you can do this, you can do that here. All the laws that go contrary to the laws, statutes, and commandments, right? The laws and teachings of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. Right? This great and sinful, wicked ass kingdom. All right. Reading on, it says, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth. Saving that, I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord Yahweh. All right. So at the end of the day, 2/3 of our nation are going to be destroyed here. All right. But the elect, 144,000 and the 1/3 remnant of men, women, and children that Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is going to have mercy upon in these latter days is going to be redeemed. They're going to be saved in these latter days, man. That's why it says, I will not utterly destroy. All right. Because Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is going to destroy 2/3 of our nation and Babylon the Great, aka America. And all that is, all the people that are in here. Which is the Edomites, and the heathen nations that are here as well, right? All the partakers of the wicked ass fucking things that have been happening here in America, man. All right. So let's get verse 10 real quick too. All right. It says, for all the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. All right. Let's get that in another version. All right, verse 10, it says, but all the sinners will die by the sword. All those who say nothing bad will happen to us. Hey, that's 2/3 of our nation, man. 2/3 of our nation don't believe the law, statutes, and commandments, the teachings of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And they don't believe that the end of America is soon to come to pass. And it's actually at hand, man. The wicked ass foundation of Babylon the Great, aka America, is literally crumbling, man. And it's crumbling by the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Via who? His servants, the prophets, man. Us pushing out the word on the truth and sincerity on the highways and hedges, right? Pushing out these lessons on the unicorn, right? The World Wide Web, all right? We're spiritually bringing this bitch down, and Esau Edom don't know how to combat, he don't know how to fight against, spiritual men, because he's a carnal man. That's why, soon to come to pass as well, right? He's gonna have to, fully, full-fledged bring out that sword, his blessing, and come and combat, and come and fight after us, right? Come and persecute us, all right? But at the end of the day, it's predestined to happen anyway. Babylon the Great, aka America, is going to fall. He just believes, he's gonna have more time here. He believes that he's gonna be able to escape or whatever the fuck. Look, you are going down. This place is going down. And for all you unbelievers, hey, look, it's a wrap, man. You are going to die by the sword, man. All right, you're going to die by the sword, and the sword comes in many fashions nowadays. All right. Because Esau Edom's technological advancements have exceedingly increased throughout the times, right? Throughout the generation, throughout the millennium, man. All right. It's been increased. So now the sword comes in what? The modern day gun. All right. Drones, right? These missiles. All right. So for all you that don't believe that thermonuclear fire from all these other nations is going to, for the thermonuclear missiles is going to be here in America that are going to be shot off from all these other nations that bend the boat. For all y'all that don't believe, hey, look, y'all gonna have a front row seat to that lake of fire, man. All right. So let's keep it pushing. Let's get the book of 2 Peter. Slack it. Oh, damn, it gave it to me right there. The water. Let's get the KJV version. All right, slack it. All right, so the book of 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 10. It says, but the day of the Lord Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai will come as a thief in the night, right? Which is unexpectedly, right? When you're at your most vulnerable state, and you believe that you're okay, that everything's sweet, you straight, all right? In which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works there, or Slakia, that are therein shall be burned up. All right, so simple, meaning what? Everything that is here, man, everything that is here in America, Babylon the Great, aka America, is going to be burnt up and utterly destroyed, man. All right, it's going to melt. All right, it says the elements shall melt with fervent heat, and fervent heat goes into excruciating heat that is far unfathomable to the mere mortal mind, that'll literally melt you and cause you to become dust, man. All right, that's why this place is going to be considered a wasteland, a desert. All All right, this place is going to be utterly destroyed. All right, utterly destroyed and cast down into oblivion, man. Ain't nobody going to be able to live here no more, man. All right, in America, Babylon the Great. All right, let's get verse 12 too. It says, looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of the Most High Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Literally, it's going to melt with fervent heat. All right, all the fucking elements here, literally, even mortal men is comprised of elements, man. All right, so mortal man is gonna melt with fervent heat. The things here are gonna melt. The buildings, the cars, the concrete, everything here is going to melt, man. That's why it's gonna be considered a wasteland, all right? And habitation for desert creatures, man. All right. Ain't nobody gonna be able to live here anymore and dwell here in America no more, man, because the utter destruction that's coming to it. All right. Via the what? The thermonuclear missiles from all these other nations that bendeth the bow, man. All right. Let's grab the book of Malachi, chapter 4, verse 1. All right. All right. The book of Malachi, chapter 4, and verse 1. It says, for behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven. All right. And like the brother likes to say, man, when you have an oven preheating for a certain amount of time, right? 15 to 25, 30 minutes, right? And you got it up to, let's just say, 350 degrees. You open it up to put your meal in there so it can cook, right? You get that jolt of heat that exerts out of the oven, right? Because it's been so contained, but it finally has way to leave, right? And it hits you. It's like a blast of hot air. It's very uncomfortable, all right? Imagine that, but times a million, man. Times a million. Because it ain't gonna be no damn, oven heat. It's gonna be, it's just symbolizing, it's just metaphorically speaking as an oven, right? People know what oven heat feels like. That shit uncomfortable, man. All right? But that heat is gonna literally, the initial blast of a nuclear missile, all right, is gonna hit the ground, and just the air, just the initial blast itself, the air that's being pulsed, outwardly, is going to burn you. And that's not even the nuclear fire yet. And that pulse of air that's being pushed is actually, if I'm not mistaken, 1,000,000 degrees. 1,000,000 degrees. That's just the air. That's just a shock wave. So imagine the actual fire that's coming, to blow everything away, man, to melt everything. And that's just one. Imagine 200,000, man. 200 million missiles, man. 200 million missiles that is gonna utterly fucking destroy this bitch Babylon the Great, aka America, man. That's gonna create the lake of fire, man. Literally, America is literally gonna look like a literal lake of fire. All right, Abaratazah, we be those very elect men. We will be able to be in those chariots, to be changed into another meaning, to be able to see the thermonuclear destruction of Babylon the Great, aka America, and all the fucking wicked that are here, man. Abaratazah. All right, reading on. It says, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly will be stubble, right, like straw, right? Very easily to burn, all right? Remember, because it says, that all the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Did we not bring that out in the book of 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 10? Literally, you're mortal man in general, humans, right, are comprised of elements, man. But you're gonna burn like a fucking straw, man. All right, easy, quick, set on fire. And the day that cometh shall burn them up. Saith the Lord Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. That means you're going to be utterly destroyed. And there's not going to be any evidence of your ass was ever existed, man. All right, neither root nor branch. You're not going to even have an inkling of a physical existence here in the world, man. You're going to be utterly burned and become dust. All right, you're going to literally make the sand that's going to be here in America. You're going to make the dust. You're literally going to be one of the people that's going to create the dirt in this place. All right, you're going to be the one to have. You're going to be those people that create the dust here, man. All right, literally, just simple. You're literally going to be the people that create the desert, the wasteland, all right, where no one's going to be able to dwell here no more. All right, let's get, damn, okay, I gotta share the screen on this. Lakia. These scriptures are going to be in the Apocrypha, so bear with me. All right. Damn, I don't know why it don't give me the damn. Oh, Salaki, I shared the wrong one. Okay. Salaki, bear with me. Okay. Give me a second. 16. Start at 13. All right. All right. So the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 16, verse 13. All right, it says, "For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world." All right. So look, this is talking about those thermonuclear missiles, man. All right. Don't get simple, and when you see bendeth the bow and arrows, and don't be simple and think people are really gonna be, all right, America's that way. All right, let that thing go. Don't be simple-minded, man. All right. You have to understand the semantics of the scriptures is literally, it pertains from that day to this day. And honestly, it's metaphorically speaking, all right? Because the bow is literally talking about the actual nuclear apparatus, right? The launching apparatus, all right? The arrow is actually the missile itself, all right? So you can't be simple-minded in this thing thinking that it's, how are they going to shoot arrows from one spot to another? Look, man, it's a missile, okay? ICBM missiles. All right, ICBM missiles, intercontinental ballistic missiles, meaning what? That missile can fly from that continent to another one with strict precision. All right. It says, "For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world." Man. All right. So literally, they're going to begin to be shot into the ends of the world. All these other nations are going to literally shoot at America, man. All right, all these nations that have nuclear capability, and they're not going to miss their target, man. They're not going to miss their target. They're going to hit directly onto Babylon the Great, aka America, man. All right, ain't no missing over here, and they're going to do this. No, look, the angels are literally going to be with these missiles, guiding them perfectly with strict precision to hit America, man. In general, right? Because this place is going to be utterly destroyed, and it's going to be personal. That's why it's not. That's what those missiles are not going to miss, man. All right. The next verse, it says, "Behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth." All right. So literally, the plagues, meaning these arrows, the nuclear missiles, right? They're going to be sent. They're going to be launched off, right? They're going to hit the lower atmosphere, right? And they're going to come right back down and hit America, man. All right. They're going to hit America and utterly destroy this bitch. Not just one, two Z's, three Z's. Nah, it's going to be 200 million missiles, man. That is going to utterly obliterate Babylon the Great, aka America, man. All right. It says, "The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth." And don't be simple either, because it's not talking about the earth is actually going to be consumed by all the thermonuclear missiles. No, those 200 million missiles are going to come over here to America. All right. Yes, there's some that are going to spray away and destroy certain parts. Like obviously, Jerusalem is going to be destroyed because literally all the fucking wicked ass people, right? Israel, the people that are over there that are pretending to be us, right? They're going to be destroyed. All right. And that place needs to be cleansed. And what's a cleansing, a really good cleansing agent? Fire, man. Because fire, cures off and destroys impurities, man. All right. But the biggest impurity is America, man. The biggest impurity upon earth right now is Babylon the Great, aka America. And it's going to be wiped off the face of the earth, pertaining to the book of Amos, chapter 9, verse 8. All right. Which is the sinful kingdom, but also pertaining to 2/3 of our nation. All right. Let's keep moving. "Like as an arrow, which is shot of a mighty archer, returneth not." All right. Metaphorically speaking, yes, the mighty archer is, very surgical with his bow and arrow, right? He's gonna let it go. He's gonna hit his target with precision, right? He's gonna hit a bullseye, they say, right? A bullseye, all right? So metaphorically speaking, those missiles are gonna hit with strict precision. They're gonna be surgical, man. They're gonna hit America with no problem, man. you see the upgrades that they doing with these missiles, man? They traveling at hypersonic speeds, man, 17,000 miles per hour. They got course correction to evade detection. They can move off and go right back on target if they need to. These missiles are so advanced. I'm telling you, look, America is going to be utterly destroyed. I don't give a fuck what nobody say, man. America is going to be destroyed, and these missiles are going to be the cleansing agent, because they're going to create the lake of fire, man. And that's going to be that fervent heat that melts all the fucking elements here, man. All right? Let's keep reading. Let's read it again. Like as an archer, which is shot, like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer, returneth not backward, even so the plagues that shall be sent up or shall not return again. Ain't no fucking well, let's pause that. I don't want to shoot America. Ain't none of that shit, man. Those missiles are gonna be shot and they're gonna go there. It's a one-way trip. All right, the bitches get launched and they going right to America, and all these other nations are gonna do that shit. Not just one, but we're gonna get that. Don't worry, we're gonna get that. We're gonna show you that all these other nations are gonna do that shit. All right. Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? All right, this is Ezra, going through it, man, because he saw what was going to happen to Babylon the Great, aka America, but he also knew that he was going to be here in this day and age, man. This proves reincarnation, because if this is happening then, and he sees the vision then, he's saying, woe is me, who will deliver me? Me as in who? Ezra, man. Who will deliver me in those days? All right. So this proves reincarnation. He knows he was going to be here in these latter days, man. All right. So let's see. Let's go back to the blue letter. And let's grab the book of Jeremiah 14. All right, so the book of Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 14, it says, put yourselves in array against Babylon round about. All right, and if you really look at it, right, America is dead center in the earth, right, and you got all these other nations surrounding it. All right, so when it says put yourselves in array against Babylon, look, all they're gonna do is they're gonna move and have the coordinates for America, right? That's all they got to do is type it in, because their technological advancements are so high. All they got to do is put numbers and decimals and shit, and look, it'll launch right to America. All right. That's why they've been having these little spy fucking, how you call them, spy balloons and shit like that, and these fucking AI satellites and shit to get precise coordinates of where these military bases are that have the ADA system, which is the air defense artillery system, so they can combat against the missiles, right, which is America. America's trying to combat against the missiles that are going to be sent here, right, to destroy this bitch, but it's not going to work like that, man, right? All the things that Esau Edom has to defend America or to defend against other nations shooting it down, it's not going to happen. It's not going to come into place. That's why all these other nations are literally coming together, and literally the brother brought it up, man, in an article. Literally, China, North Korea, Iran, Russia, they all collaborating to see what they can do to ultimately obliterate America, man, and nuke the motherfucker, man. Nuke this bitch, all right? They're all collectively coming together as one, right? A part of BRICS, and they're going to ultimately fucking nuke this bitch, man. And they're finding strategic tactics to how to do it. That's why they're getting all these fucking locations where these military bases are that have these air defense artillery systems, right? So they can ultimately obliterate those. So when they do send the missiles out, right, which is all these other nations, right? All these other nations that are, around about Babylon the Great, right? They're not going to be able to combat against the missiles that are coming from all these other nations, man. All right. So reading it again. So put yourselves in array against Babylon round about. All ye that bend the bow, all these other nations that have nuclear capability, shoot at her. Shoot at who? Babylon the Great, aka America, the Great War. All right, here. Spare no arrow, for she has sinned against the Lord Yahweh. All right. So ain't gonna be no fucking, let's save some of these knobs. Look, everybody's going to be so utterly upset, and they're gonna have that hatred because Yahweh Bashim is gonna put that spirit upon them to just let loose, spare no nuke, man. And they're gonna send all these damn missiles over here to Babylon the Great, aka America, to utterly destroy this bitch, right? To destroy this sinful kingdom, all right? Both America and 2/3 of our nation, man. All right. Oh shit. Okay. Verse 29. It says, "Call together the archers against Babylon," right? And as is not happening right now, you got four of the top nuclear powers that are being called against Babylon, right? It says, "All ye that bend the bow, camp against it round about." Listen, so these are all these four top the top nuclear powers that I named, right? Russia, China, North Korea, and Iran, right? They're collaborating and coming up with a strategic plan to ultimately nuke America, man. Babylon the Great, the US here in the West, man. All right. This is happening right before our eyes right now, man. For the vision, because this is coming to pass real soon, man. "All ye that bend the bow, camp against it round about, let none thereof escape. Recompense her according to her work, according to all she hath done, do unto her. For she hath been proud against the Lord Yahweh, against the Holy One of Israel," man. And doesn't the scriptures say that pride goeth before destruction? All Babylon the Great, aka America, does is spawn pride, man. Bring forth pride, wickedness, man. Always pushes forth a wicked ass vibration. All right? That's all this place does. And that's why Yahweh Bashmiel Shah is going to put the spirit upon all these other nations, right, that bendeth the bow, to not spare no nuke, man, to not spare no arrow, to utterly destroy this bitch, man. Because her time has come. And Yahweh Bashmiel Shah is strong that judgeth. All right. So let's grab. Let's see. Let's grab that. Let's grab the book of Isaiah, chapter 66, and verse 15 and 16. But not only is the thermonuclear missiles going to ultimately destroy this place, but also the chariots of the Most High Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, which Esau Edom likes to fucking call the damn UFOs, man. But they're not unidentified flying objects, all right? They're identified in the scriptures as the chariots of Israel, man. The chariots of Yashar Allah, man, of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. All right, so let's get into it, right? The book of Isaiah, chapter 66, verse 15 and 16. "For behold, the Lord Yahweh will come with fire," right? The thermonuclear fire that's literally destroying this bitch, America, "and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire," man. So those chariots are gonna come, right? Those so-called UFOs are gonna come and literally blast this bitch with concentrated divine fire, all right? While America is ultimately being burned and destroyed by thermonuclear fire from the missiles. So not just that regular, missiles going, or those 200 million missiles going to burn this bitch, but also the chariots fire. The fire from the chariots is going to be burning this shit. Imagine how hot that is. All right, that's unfathomable. That's divine fire, man. This place is going to be utterly destroyed. Utterly destroyed. Ain't nobody gonna be living here, man. Ain't nobody gonna be able to rise up after the ashes of this place. You know how Esau Edom likes to bring forth that stupid ass shit, the phoenix that rises from the ashes and shit. No, man. That's all bullshit. All right, that nigga's not rising up for shit. He's gonna rise up into slavery under the Hebrew Israelite man, us so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Indians. That's what he's gonna be fucking raised up to. All right. Let's continue on. Verse 16, it says, "By fire and by his sword will the Lord Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, plead with all flesh." All right, which is going into what? Judge. All right, judge. "And the slain of the Lord Yahweh shall be many, man." So like I said, ain't nobody gonna live in that day. All right, because like I said before, the sword comes in many fashions, right? The modern day gun, the nukes, right? The damn robot dogs, the damn drones, all this shit, all right? Honestly, all that shit. But primarily, literally, Yahweh Bashmiel Shah is going to judge this place ultimately and most grievous with the thermonuclear fire, which is the nukes from all these other nations that bend the bow, and by the fire from the chariots, man. The fire from the chariots, all right? Ain't no coming back from that, I'll tell you that. All right? Let's see. Let me see what the brother got on the comment board real quick. Brother funny. Con, brother, con. Oh yeah, yeah. Hold on. Okay, yeah. We'll end it off with this. I'll be watching that. I know my ass one. I'll be talking forever. All right. So the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, verse 25. The Lord Yahweh hath opened his armory and hath brought forth the weapons of his indignation. For this is the work of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai of hosts, right, of armies in the land of the Chaldeans. All right. So at the end of the day, look, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai has literally opened up his armory, man. All right. And are not those thermonuclear missiles that all these other nations that bend the bow have are part of the Lord's host? Are they not a part of Yahweh Bashim al-Shai's military, of his army? Yes, they are. All right. So literally, he's going to bring forth his weapons of indignation via, the thermonuclear fire, which is the thermonuclear missiles that are going to come over here to Babylon the Great, aka America, to ultimately destroy this bitch. All right. And he's going to bring forth his chariots also to finish this bitch out. All right, with the fire, that concentrated fire from the chariots, man. All right, the so-called UFOs, man. All right. That's all the scriptures that I had to bring out. Let me see. Oh yeah, this boom, perfect. Yeah, I don't think that I'm just talking out my ass about 200 million nukes. All right, look, this is a scripture right here that proves that. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 9, verse 16. It says, and the number of the army of the horsemen, right, were 200,000. 200,000. And I heard the number of them, right, which goes into 200 million nukes, all right, which are a part of what? The brother says it right there, a part of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai's army, man. All right, so literally, at the end of the day, you need to understand Babylon the Great, aka America, is going to be utterly destroyed. It is biblical prophecy, all right. World War III is inevitable. It is biblical prophecy, all right. So without further ado, we're going to close this thing down, giving it much due, all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Warachaha, Kodash, Shabbat, Shemayim. All right. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that rule well and teach well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered abroad. You sincere Akim or Akbar that tuned in or that should tune in afterward. That this lesson is edifying and exhorting unto you. All right. Closing out with DTA, Abad, the ball, soon, all right, Kwame Yasharala, DTA, Death to America, Abad the ball, destroy confusion, all right, because Babylon the Great, aka America, is a confused ass fucking place, and it's going to be utterly destroyed by Yahweh Bashim al-Shai, all right, Shalom.